What is going on, Pacer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice Pacers. Well, guys, the Indiana Pacers remain undefeated in the month of January in the year 2025 as they defeat the Chicago Bulls by a score of 129-113, improving their record to 20-18 on the season. Pacers have won 4 straight now, and they continue their winning ways. So definitely a great performance from the Pacers all the way around, and really strong performance from a lot of players. And the Pacers shorthanded tonight. Miles Turner did not play in this game. He experienced some sickness that happened earlier on in the day, so he was not a player that played. So Thomas Bryant filled in for Miles Turner, did a really good job in relief of Miles. Tyrese was dealing with some injury as well, but he ended up giving it a go. So let's dive right into this game, guys. So when you look at the Pacers versus the Bulls, from a shooting perspective, it was virtually the same. I mean, 51%. Indiana did attempt, well over 10 shots for the Bulls. They out attempted the Bulls 87-101. So the Pacers definitely put up a lot more shots. And as a result, they had 52 shots go in, whereas Chicago only had 44. Also, Indiana was able to, convert on 10 of 29 3-point conversions, 3-point shots as well. Kind of crazy that both in the field goal percentage and the 3-point percentage, they were absolutely identical in terms of percentage, which is kind of crazy. So the Pacers attempted a lot of short to intermediate shots, while, Chicago had actually 6 more 3-point attempts in this game. So that really was in the Pacers' favor, was the fact that they attempted more shots, but they didn't attempt as many of those, higher outside the arc type of shots. So when you look at this game for the Indiana Pacers, though, free throw percentage actually was a really bad night for the Pacers, all things considered. 15 of 24, definitely one of their lowest of the season, only 63% from the 3-point line, which is crazy considering the Pacers were over 90% in their last performance. So definitely something there they got to figure out. Not a great night for really either of these teams. Chicago 68% from the free throw line, although the Pacers did, out attempt them in terms of that. Again, the Pacers had 24 attempts, whereas Chicago only had 19. Chicago had 18 turnovers, though, to the Pacers 8, and that was definitely a big difference in this game. Pacers were able to take care of the ball a lot better than Chicago was able to. And also the big thing with the Pacers, which when they do this very well, they usually win and win pretty good. The Pacers completely dominated in terms of assists. The Pacers had 37 assists to Chicago's 23. Also, the Pacers won the rebound game 46-40. And the Pacers also had almost double the amount of steals as well compared to the Chicago Bulls. So those were some of kind of the big things, some identical stuff, but the Pacers in some of those key categories definitely were able to, hold off and do better job compared to the Chicago Bulls. Now, moving to the Chicago side of things, Zach LaVine was and has been the Chicago Bulls' leading scorer. 31 points for him tonight, 12 of 20 shooting, only 2 for 6 from the beyond the arc. He was a negative 20 tonight when on the court, so definitely wasn't a great performance from him from that standpoint. You talk about Kobe White. He had 19, 2 and 5. He was 8 of 17 shooting, 3 of 10 from the 3-point line. So not a great shooting day overall for White. Vucevic had 10, 7 and 1, 5 of 9 shooting. He was a negative 22. Giddey was 9, 5 and 5, 4 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. He was a negative 8. And then you have Williams as well, the other starter, the power forward. He only finished with 2 points, 4 rebounds. He was 0 of 6 shooting, and that includes 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He was negative 21. So every single starter for the Chicago Bulls was in the negative in this game. And also, their player off the bench, their sixth man, if you will, Ball, was also in the negative category, to negative 7, and he finished with 5, 3 and 1. 2 of 6 shooting, 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. So really the only one that had an efficient day really was Jalen Smith. He finished with 13, 7 and 3. He was 4-4 on field goals, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. So, yeah, he had a good performance there. Phillips was 2 of 4 shooting. Duarte, another former Pacer, he shot 5, 3 and 3, 2 of 5. So really when you look at it, really out of all the players that played significant minutes, there was only one or two that actually had a semi-decent performance in this game. So overall, guys, not a great performance from the Chicago Bulls from a shooting standpoint. And really, when their starters were on the court, they were getting outpaced by the Pacers, honestly. So when you move over to the Pacers side of thing, though, I mentioned Thomas Bryant stepping in for Miles Turner in this game, and he had a really good performance in relief of Miles Turner. He had 22 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 of 16 shooting, Q of 4 beyond the arc. He was a plus 21 for the Indiana Pacers. So great fill-in for Thomas Bryant. He has been such a nice find for the Indiana Pacers, and that backup role, and obviously being able to step in when needed for Indiana. So great job there. So he was their second leading scorer. Pascal Siakam did lead the Pacers in scoring tonight. He had 26 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 of 17 shooting. Not the greatest night for him shooting the 3 ball. He's only 3 of 7 tonight, but Pascal Siakam led him in scoring. And then when you look at some other players, Tyrese Halliburton, even though from a point standpoint, it's been his lowest this year, he still finished with 16, 3, and 13 assists, so a double-double there. And he was very efficient shooting the ball tonight. 7 of 13 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. So he didn't attempt a ton of shots. He was what? You look at it, he was the third on the team in terms of the most attempts in this game, but he did finish with a plus 20 when he was on the court. So definitely beyond just pure stat standpoint from a points perspective, he was very impactful when he was on the court tonight for the Indiana Pacers. Of course, you got to talk about some other players as well. Andrew Nembhard, again, a pretty decent day for him. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a little bit of everything. He did not connect well from his three-pointers, 0 of 3 there, but he did finish with a plus 20 when he was on the court, so definitely had a positive impact there. And then you got to talk about Bennedict Mathurin, who actually out of the 5 starters was the lowest scoring guy. He finished with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. It was not a good day shooting for Mathurin at all. But again, the positive thing is he was plus 23 when on the court. So wasn't a great day, very forgettable day for Mathurin shooting the basketball. But yeah, he's going to have those nights every now and again. We know he can get out of it, but definitely wasn't a great performance from him shooting the basketball tonight. But when you move over to the Pacers bench right now, you had multiple players, 2 players actually, that had double-digit points. You had Obi Toppin with 12. You had Jarris Walker with 12 as well. Jarris Walker very efficient, 5 of 7 shooting tonight. And then you had Obi Toppin, who was 5 of 10 shooting as well. Of course, you have guys like Ben Shepherd, who finished with 7. TJ McConnell, who had 6. You have Enrique Freeman, who had 6. And that was pretty much it for the Indiana Pacers. So, like I said, guys, Indiana Pacers took care of business. Now they have won 4 straight, and definitely a great job by them being able to handle inferior competition here. And, we'll see what happens moving forward. But, guys, definitely a strong performance for the Pacers tonight. Again, continuing now, riding 4-game winning streak for Indiana. We'll see if they can continue the momentum coming up here in a couple days. But, guys, let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. That'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you are in the loop when we drop fresh content like this. Guys, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you'd be able to help us out, we would greatly appreciate that. But, guys, again, that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on this game. But that'll do it, guys. Thanks, and go Pacers.